Hello and welcome again at Stocks Advisors channel. In today's episode, we will talk about Peloton Interactive Incorporated, traded at Nasdaq, ticker name PTON. And before we start speaking about how to buy through, what are resist support levels, etc., first let's do the quick look at the daily charts for the last 12 months almost, and to understand what's actually happening with the company, how do we need to read what's going on, and actually what can we expect here. So first of all, we need to look at the behavior of the company in the previous periods. You can see that starting from the April of previous year, the company is in a constant growth. It was in the constant growth, and the constant growth means that, of course, your all three moving averages are increasing and your price is growing. And there is very simple but very strong indication on how to understand if your company is still growing. So if you just look at your moving averages, 20, 50 and 200, and the price, then whenever you have this, let's say, pattern, so the price is on top rebouncing at moving average 20, moving average 50 and 200 are accordingly below. This means that you have a standard growing company. And for mid and long-term traders, you can just safely sit in and just grow with the company, with the pattern, until this is the case. So until this pattern remains, you are growing. But once it starts breaking, you really need to think of, let's say, re-administrating your portfolio, maybe temporarily exiting or doing some actions. And the first indication that you are about to break your growth, it's when this pattern is switching to this pattern. So you have moving average 20, 50, and then you get at certain moment your price between moving average 50 and 200. So when this is happening, it's a first indication of the major correction coming. It's not that it will come immediately. Usually it takes sometimes, it takes still a couple of waves. You can even be still growing there. But if you know what's happening, if you are experienced person, you start selling at next high and then wait for correction. And if you look now what was happening with this company, that's exactly what took place. You can see that starting from April of previous year, and this pattern was the first pattern, so the growth pattern was on, then we were continuing until, and you can see it until November of previous year. So this was the first moment when the price went lower than moving average 50. So we had this second pattern, and again, as I said, there's still recovery, but it's just a kind of well, it's not a fake, but it's kind of just inertia growth, and then the major correction starts. And that's exactly what we have here. This was that moment by end of the year, and actually by beginning of the year even, you see we went for major correction, and we have now actually two declining waves. So the first one was very slow. It took place from beginning of the year till mid of February. Then we had, of course, the faster decline channel. And now what's happening, it's kind of recovery, but now let's magnify it back. But it is actually not, because this recovery was just false, and that's a classical behavior what we have now. We had the breakout from this final channel from the top of it to the bottom, finishing with interesting pattern. It's a doji with big upwards downward shadow, so market is deciding what to do. And if you look at the volume traded here, it's really high, so a lot of people were selling, and it's really the point of uncertainty. But if you look at RSI, how fast it's starting to decline, most probably it will go even further, and we are going to hit here the oversold area, so below 30. And until that, it would be quite dangerous to buy from technical considerations, because we really need to wait for this moment. And once it's taking place here, we can start buying through. And for us, it would also mean that MACD, if you look here, is also about to go to the negative level, so to start forming negative wave. And once this negative wave will be finishing and bottoming, preparing for rebounds, there would be the perfect time to buy. So PTON for the moment is of course on hold, but it's really watch through And once you have a breakage of moving average 200, which was really a very good support line, then it would be really great opportunity to buy with very nice profit making later on. So once this starts taking place, we just need to see the levels where we can buy. And of course, the first one you can clearly see here is the level just around below 100. So this is that clear line that is formed. So let's write it here. So it's 98.14, and another one will be just here, also confirmed partially by mid of November. So this is the first level to buy through, and this is between 91.82 on the bottom, and on the top it is 98.14. So let's write it here for ourselves, and this will be for us actually very nice and very first buy opportunity. So it is 91.82 and 98.14. The first channel still, let's say, once rebounds takes place here, we need to act fast, because this might be not the final rebounds. Most probably, if the rebounds takes place here, moving average 20 and 50 will work as a very strong resist line, because these are usually forming strong resists, and this would be the resist for us. I will make it red for ourselves, and let's put the note here that it's let's give it a name. So this will be very strong resist whenever you have the first rebounds from the channel of 91.82, 98.14, and then if still we can make nice profit, it's advised to take profit there and then re-enter again if needed, because if there will be rebounds, it will be a deeper, let's say, correction. Of course, we might still pierce R1 through, but then it will be, let's say, less probable from technical point and from what you see here situation, but it might be still fun rebounds and then another wave of decline. So we will be actually cascading here with several steps. And if this is happening, the next level to buy through, really nice one, would start here at the level, actually, at these volatilities, which is 85.20 and 79.72. So let's write it also again for us. And once we are there, we can buy again. So this will be 79.72 and 85.20. Why I say that this would be the most expected and logical trade here? Well, the reason for that is that we are in the very long correction move, and usually once these are happening for companies like that, we can expect a further decline. The chance to have kind of triangle or converging channel that many people were expecting to have, if not today's action, meaning that they were expecting that we will form something like this. Let's make it as an imaginary line with dots. So when people were expecting to have something like this, it didn't confirm. So now it didn't confirm, and now we are actually canceling this, and we are going most probably for more deeper corrections. Still might take several waves, and therefore you can make profit on those waves, but that would be actually the most expected trade. So therefore let's remove these dashed lines. And so these are two technical levels to trade for major rebounds. And again, once the major rebounds takes place, you can take the profit, really nice one, especially for midterm traders. It's expected to return to at least 120, 125 in the midterm. But speaking of daily traders, profit taking is always advised here. Usually we say 10 to 15, but here it's more faster moving chart with bigger volatilities. So it's, let's say, advised to take profit at 15 to 20% from the money allocated in this position. So, and it's indeed advised to take the profit. Don't try to become rich from one trade. Don't wait to super maximum, super highs. This usually never happening. You will just expire your position and go to the losses. So take it, and until you sell, you don't have any profit. So also keep this in mind. So sell it in time and take it. And the third level, we always discuss it. And as you know, if you are not first time at our channel, the third level we always reserve for negative news, if any. Again, if any, this is very important because it's not expected to have those, but when they're coming, you need to be prepared. And usually if you are not, you just lose money. But if you are, you buy through, you buy the news and then you will sell the rumor later and make your profit, according to very famous saying. So with this being said, the level to buy for bad negativity and for actually bad news is the level with the very principal trading channel. Here you can see this very principal trading channel is actually at the level of, let's say, about 75. So this would be here. Let's make it a solid line, and the next one will be just below here. So it will be about a little bit lower, 66.85 with the bottom, and with the top, this will be about 72.62. So let's write it again for us, and this will be the last, let's say, entry to mitigate any negative news, any so-called, actually not news, the negative catalyst, because news is just part of it. It could be a global market situation. It could be anything related to the position itself, to the ticker itself, or to the market, or to the country, or whatsoever. So this is called risk mitigation based on negative catalyst. So these are three principal levels to buy through. And again, once you have a rebound, 15-20% profit, take it, enjoy it, and re-enter if needed, or check other opportunities. And if you ask yourself how you buy here through, because this is still behaving quite classically, it's again for those who are not first in our channel. Usually we advise 5-portion play. What does it mean? It means that the money that you would like to play here, you can split in 5 portions. Then you can buy with 1 portion at the first channel. If we go to the second channel, you can buy with another 2 portions. And if there is negative catalyst and we are going to the third channel, you buy through the third channel with remaining 2 portions. This way you will be prepared for making actually profit in the best optimization, and once there is a major rebound, you will take the most possible profit here. So with this being said, that's all. This is so-called a trading card. So what you see, we call it the trading card. You can save it, print screen, print it out as you like, and you can use it as your guidance through trading with this position. So you can just put the price every day here and just know how to buy and sell through this one. So good luck with it, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you didn't do so already. Please press the bell button. This way you will not miss our new videos and new interesting discussions for US-based stocks.